Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're going to be talking about my pull plans for the next couple of weeks of content that is dropping to global. Now, we don't know what's going to be going on after January 10th since Joshua during the community livestream mentioned that we're going to be getting an in-game notice with what's going to be going on for the rest of January. So I'll probably make another pull planning video once we do get that notice, and I'll probably talk about that notice as well. But in the meantime though, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the characters that were announced during the community livestream, and I guess let you guys know whether or not I'm going to throw tickets, gems, whatever it is that I'm going to throw at for the upcoming banners. So do let me know down in the comment section below if, or I guess like what characters you're going to be pulling for here in the next couple of weeks. And of course, as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. So, first characters that's going to be coming up, and I'm starting off with Sazh, only because, I mean, Jagran and Kuja, you know, they have been out already in the game for like, what, 2 days now? So I decided to pass up on it because you guys have probably already seen my post for him and what I actually did with those banners. But so we're gonna start off with Sazh. So Sazh is gonna be getting his LD weapon. Now his LD weapon basically provides the party with a whole bunch more stuff. So it provides the party with more attack, stolen brave damage up, HP damage up, and whenever you are breaking or attacking a broken target, he adds more party stolen brave damage up, and he also adds more party HP damage up. So you're getting a total of 30% instead of the original 10. Then whenever you fully max him out, you give him his character boards and whatnot, he does add additional party stolen max brave overflow up, and whenever you are breaking or attacking a broken target, you do get additional stolen brave damage up. So it's not a bad LD weapon. His call ability is not too bad either. I'm probably gonna throw some tickets at Sazh, only because I didn't really use him too much in JP, and that's reason for that is because I had other support characters that I had been using already. So, you know, for Sazh, even though I did manage to get his LD weapon, I wasn't like I felt comfortable enough that, if I wanted to skip Sazh, I would be just fine. But, for just to use him again, just for the hell of it, I'll probably just throw some tickets at his banner, because I do believe they did announce a free multi for the banner. So, yeah, I'll probably throw some tickets for Sazh's LD weapon. Next up is going to be Fran, which is going to be released in the next story update for Global, for Chapter 5. Now, Fran, a lot of people I have seen so far are going to be pulling for Fran because the debuff that she has, which is called the Vieira's Punishment. So Vieira's Punishment, she already had previously, where it would go to 5 stacks, and it inflicted the enemy with defense down, attack down, max brave down, and magic attack down, right? But with her LD ability though, you actually go further than that, and you're able to go up to 10 stacks. So at 6 stacks, you get a speed down. 7 stacks, a brave damage resist down. So that means you'll be able to do more HP damage. At 8 stacks, you have an HP damage resist down. So that means that you're going to be doing more HP damage to the enemy. At 9 stacks, you get a brave gains down by 40%, which is really, really good. And then at 10 stacks, you're going to see that everything that I mentioned gets an increase in percentage. So you get additional defense down, attack down, max brave down, so on and so forth. So you're really getting, it's basically being boosted just by reaching 10 stacks on this debuff. It's a really solid debuff. It's one that I personally am not going to be skipping. I'm going to be throwing tickets at it, but it's one that I would recommend players picking up, because not only is she good in team cons because of this debuff, but it also helps out as a call ability as well, because you do get all of these percentages as well, if I'm not mistaken. So really good LD ability, really good call ability, one that I would recommend players to pick up if you want to get yourself a very stacked frame debuff. So yeah, definitely gonna be throwing some tickets at Fran, and probably going to be throwing a more than the usual amounts that I would throw at banners. So yeah, very good debuffer for sure, and that debuff. Next up is going to be the next BT character, which is going to be Machina and Shantotto. Now, I'll be honest, I've never really cared too much about Shantotto, so I'm probably going to pass up on her, even though I do have a BT weapon. But with Machina, though, I know a lot of players are gonna be pulling for Machina because they are excited about what he does, because he is a DPS character, and after you get his BT effect active, his HP attack changes into a different ability where you can deal up to 1 mil in damage. But of course, you gotta have the proper setup, because I mean, you know, if you don't have the right setup, then you're not gonna be doing that mil damage. So yeah, it's a pretty good BT that Machina is gonna be getting. And then later on, when he gets his C90, oh my god, his C90 fixes a lot, not really issues, but like it helps him out. It makes him so much more stronger, and it's a character that I'm going to be pulling for once again on my global account, because he is definitely worth it in my opinion, especially if you are needing a DPS character. Then Machina is definitely the way to go. So I'll definitely be pulling for his BT weapon. Next up will be Snow, who will be in the upcoming intersecting wills, or intertwined wills as I would prefer to call it. Now, Snow's LD ability is actually pretty nice in my opinion. Only reason why is because you can kind of do some shenanigans with it. So basically, one of the things that his LD ability does is that whenever it's his upcoming turn, he actually does a follow-up attack before you do any of his abilities. And the thing is, though, you can actually mess around with that as well, because if, like, say you use his C65, or if you use a call ability, guess what? That follow-up attack triggers. It triggers every single time, which is hilarious. So it's like easy free damage that you can actually get out of Snow's LD ability. Not only that, but he does grant himself a brand new buff called Vendetta. Now, Vendetta is an ice enchant, HP damage up, party HP regen based on 10% of their max HP, party brave damage resist up, which is really good, and it triggers the retribution before the turn at 1 stacks, and it triggers the plus version before his turn at 2 stacks, but it does go back to the 1 stack afterwards. And once you give him his character boards for his LD board and whatnot, he does add a party HP damage resist up, and he also adds a brave gains up to himself by 30%. You guys already know how it is with a brave gains. Brave gains is muy importante. It is very important. So it is a very good LD ability to have. Later on, he does get a BT weapon, and his BT weapon is freaking nuts. It's a really good BT weapon, one that I would probably recommend players to pick up because of what it does. I'm not going to get into it. You guys can do your research on that, but it's a really good BT ability that I overlooked when it first released, but after realizing what it does and watching some gameplay, yeah, it's a really good one to have for a tank. So yeah, I'm going to be throwing some tickets at Snow's LD weapon, so that way later on, if by chance I only have to token his BT weapon, then it'll be much easier for me, and I can save all my resources, or that'll be one less thing that I have to worry about when I pull for his BT weapon. So I'll be throwing some tickets at Snow's LD weapon. Also, if I got to mention, for Machina, I am pulling for his BT if I have not said that already, and I will be using gems to pick up his BT weapon, because I already have his LD weapon. And then finally, we're going to end it off with the new character that is coming up on January the 5th, which is Ursula. Now, Ursula, a lot of people are somewhat confused with her kit, but to kind of do like a quick summary, her kit focuses on dealing damage. She is a DPS character, but she also batteries either herself, or she can actually battery the party depending on which ability that you use. So, and the thing is, though, it's not like a constant battery. You actually have to use her skills to be able to battery the party, but you know she's dealing some very strong damage. And there is a debuff that she does inflict onto the enemies that makes her deal weakness damage, which is a really good option. Also, with her LD ability, her LD ability makes it so that if the enemy acts, let me just open this up real quick. Sorry if it looks a little laggy, but basically it provides the party with some auras, like a 20% HP damage up, which is nice. It doesn't allow the party's brave to fall under 20% of their own max brave, which is really nice. And if the next turn after the enemy's turn is a party member's, excluding herself, she actually jumps in the turn order, and so she will actually be next instead of the party member that was supposed to be next. And when an additional turn occurs, she also moves after that additional turn, which is really convenient in many situations, especially. So she's actually not a bad character. She did recently get her FR weapon, and her FR weapon made her very good for a DPS character. She does get a rework as well, if I'm not mistaken, and she is actually a very solid DPS character once she got her FR weapon. And it's a character that I'm definitely going to be pulling for now, so that way that'll be like one less thing, one or two or three less things that I have to worry about when she comes back with her lost chapter and her FR weapon. So she's definitely a pretty good character in my opinion. I feel like some players might pass up on her because I know Anniversary is very close, but you know, if you're needing a solid DPS character, in my opinion, I definitely think Ursula is worth it. But other than that though, guys, like I said at the beginning of the video, we don't know what's going to be going on for the rest of the month for January. Like I said earlier, Joshua, he said that we should be getting an in-game notice in-game, which will let us know what's going to be going on for like the last 3 weeks of January in terms of content and banners and whatnot. So we're gonna have to wait until then, but I'll make another pool planning video then and talk about some of the stuff that's going to be happening, if of course they do talk about banners that are coming up later on. So but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know which characters you're going to be pulling for, and let me know if you're going to be using tickets or gems for the characters that I talked about in this video. So take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video.